morning. It is the next day. Battery died last night and I was in a rush trying to finish up and get out to that parent-teacher interview, so I didn't bother doing any type of video after it died. Anyways, we have quite an opening set up here. We are going to go wider and I want to get this driveway set in, but in order to do that I have to get rid of obviously all the brush and trees and everything that we've taken out. So I'm kind of looking, we had like a crazy frost last night, kind of scary because, you know, winter is knocking on our door, and so the excavator is warming up, and so I took a walk here and to kind of get an idea of where we're clearing. And I think the first order of business today will be to clear this section out here, get to the back, so that way I have a spot to put all the trees and brush and everything, and that way I can start having this area clean and I can start shaping stuff in. We are going basically, I don't know if you guys can see right there, but there is a pole over there, an orange pole. That's about as far as we're going. The homeowner or the property owner told me if we want to go a bit wider, it's perfectly fine. So I think I might go a bit more for them, because I don't know if they're accounting for area for their septic and everything too. I think they just kind of gave themselves enough room for the house. So we're going to go a tiny bit wider and give them some more clearing. It does slope down, so we have to account for that too. But I was looking over there and it's pretty flat. It's just an area here. So this forest is pretty cool. Some more car parts that are here, but there's cool trails all over the place. And I know it's hard to see, the sun still just coming up. But anyways, so I'm gonna put you guys on a tripod today, or at least for the beginning part, and we're gonna work our way into that way. Into that way over there. Anyways, we're gonna have some fun today, and this is actually one of the holes that test holes we did, I guess about 2 months ago. They needed to figure out where was the best place that they can get a basement in. Over there, there's a huge bedrock actually comes up, and there's a whole plate that goes right across, so they have at most a foot to 2 feet of soil, and then you hit bedrock. So we had to come pretty far back here to find a spot for them. So we got to do this section first. Once we're done this area here and we get it all set up for them, over there their son is actually building a cabin over there too. He's cleared a section. We just need to pull out the stumps for him and clean it up, so we'll do that as well. So I say we got about another 2 days worth of work in here, and maybe 3 days with cleanup and everything like that, but I want to give him the best product possible. So here we go. well, we've got a good portion taken out of the area, and enough that I can maneuver safely around. And we've established an area back over there that we're stacking everything. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and clean up all the stuff we've got down so far. I got maybe about another hour tonight. I got family from out of town, so I have to finish early tonight because it's the last night they're going to be here. So spend some time with them. It's my mom. So anyway, so we're going to work for about another hour. We're going to clean everything up. So my goal is I want to get this stuff here, all this stuff cleaned out, and then hopefully before I finish up tonight, I want to see if I can get that driveway roughed in a bit more, so that way I could back my truck in while we're working, so I can have supplies closer. And yeah, it's coming along really nice. We're going about I guess about 100 feet that way, so there's still quite a good portion that has to be taken out that we'll attack tomorrow. But we got the majority of this area here is pretty much shaped in. There's 2 maple trees there that I left. I'm hoping that we can leave them there because they're really nice. There's a big birch over there too, but they need 25 feet in between to be able to get the house through. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4-ish, 5 more spruces that have to come out from that little area there, and we'll see how that birch stands, and hopefully the root system doesn't get too wrecked from taking down the spruce. And if it gets wrecked, well, we'll just have to take it out. So we'll see how it looks, and in correlation with the lines of the driveway, and see if we can save it. If not, we'll have to take it out. But everything's starting to take shape. It's looking really nice. So we're gonna put you on the tripod. I'm gonna probably stick you over there so you can see everything going on, and we'll get this cleaned up. Here we go. All right, so it's the next day, and I've been working a few hours here just to finish tidying up. And there's still, we got stuff in the front still in the driveway area, but that will be last. We'll pull that out because we're gonna have to figure out how we're positioning the driveway properly. But we got all this area cleaned out, all the trees stacked up over there, and now we're gonna start. There's a thin area here, so I'm gonna start cleaning this out first, and then kind of work backwards of pushing the trees down, and that way I can figure out if there's a spot over there that maybe I can make another stack pile, because I don't want to make this one too big. If we can make maybe another one that's kind of around the same size, it's manageable, because they do want to go through it, burn it, cut it, use some firewood from it. So we'll start doing that, see if we can get ourselves a spot over there. So here we go. Alright, so I'm not sure exactly how much of that was actually caught on camera, because I know there was a whole bunch of stuff that was in the way. So anyways, we got a bunch of clearing. What I'm trying to do right now is I want to figure out exactly where we're supposed to end and where I want to end. And so I see they have it marked over there. You guys are still on the tripod, so I would imagine you probably heard those branches still hitting. Anyways, so we have the mark right here. So I'm kind of at the edge of where they want to go. I know they're kind of here. Now, I'm also looking for a place to stick more debris and stuff. So what I'm thinking is if I clean out this area here right away, all these small tag alders and stuff like that, kind of gives me a good working area. I'm thinking in the far corner right here, the other piles over there, so I kind of want to keep the debris to the back of the property. That way it doesn't affect anything on this side. Once we get her all cleaned up, it'll sorry, I had something that was biting me at the same time. Bugs are still out, and we're towards the end of October. Anyways, so if I put the stuff over here and clean this area up, it gives me enough room to maneuver to knock all the rest of the big trees that are here down and out, and we can start working on cleaning up the entire thing by doing so. So I want to try and not put anything towards the front. It just makes it easier for them when they come and they do any type of modifications. Now, saying that, it also tapers off all along here and slopes down, and down there is a little more wet, so I am concerned about springtime when we start getting floods. So if we need to clear anything, we can probably square up a lot of this area here and make it as nice as possible, and give them a good enough spot here for their house, for their septic, and whatever else they need to get buried. I know they don't want to take out too much at the same time, so we got to be mindful of that. But as you can see by the orange dots here, or the orange markings, we still got quite a bit of trees that have to come out. So plan is take out the rest of the tag alders here, and then from there we kind of got a parameter worked out here, and we can start planning for that. With saying that, I think I'm gonna go and run and grab a bite to eat and then come back and work on finishing it up. So see you guys in a few seconds.